the Lord said
Yes.
to have a spinoff from I See What You're Doing with Pastor Steph. It was like, oh wow, okay, this is what we doing. And as we were preparing more and more and more and more, it was like, wait, this is what we doing.
I was in shock. I'm still in shock, to be honest.
Check out the logo, check out the logo.
That's my SM design.
Yes. V, how are you?
I'm well. I'm excited, a little nervous. I ain't gonna lie, but I'm more excited. I still can't believe we are in the premiere of our podcast. With all due respect with Shontyce and V. How are you feeling tonight?
I'm good. And when you said nervous, at first I was like, what you talking about? And I was like, wait, shut up, because you nervous. If you had to describe yourself in 30 seconds, V, how would you describe yourself?
I am willing. I'm quiet until you get to know me. I'm sarcastic in the best way. I am a lover of Jesus and a follower of, Jesus Christ. And I am just a humble servant of the Lord. How about you?
I'm loud, proudly, unapologetically. Very, very happy to be a Christian now. Very happy that God is building my resume. Embroidery fashion designer.
Yeah.
Media personality, journalist, because there is a difference. Assistant, God has me doing so much, and I'm just so happy to be here. We have to make sure we shout out our sponsors, our staple sponsor. It's personalized.
Yes.
Your embroidery manufacturer. Wait, are you wearing something personalized?
I am. Of course. I got the Jesus, the way, the truth, the light.
And I got on I Wear Me, clothing brand that I was able to have produced from It's Personalized. You pooped it, let's go. Now, I don't listen to the streets as much as I used to listen to the streets. Actually, I gotta give props to V because we were going through the awareness. I didn't realize there were so many different awarenesses going on in each month. And V came across stalking. I didn't even know that there was an awareness for that. Did you look up the official definition of stalking?
I did.
No, what did you come up with?
It was consistent, like badgering and picking and unwanted gifts and just annoyance, really.
Okay.
Like things that you do that are just annoying to gain attention, to gain affection, and it's always unwanted.
Now, have you been a stalker before?
No.
I have to just ask that real
I mean,
random.
actually, you know what? Maybe after we go through these definitions and these examples, I might have to eat my words. Because I've been seeing a lot of things that we do that we think are normal.
Right.
It's considered stalking.
You came up with some definitions of stalking?
I came up with some examples.
Examples of
We're going to
stalking.
go through the examples of what people may think is not stalking,
Okay.
but it actually is. Let's just start off with a more common one for us millennials, since this is a millennial-based show.
Right.
If you are on someone's Instagram page, their Facebook page, and you are watching their stories, if you are watching their lives, if you are on their page trying to figure out where they are, what they're doing, who they are with, you might just think, I'm utilizing these social media sites, but it can be considered stalking.
What's another one?
Another one can be sending gifts. You may think that because you like this person, because you think they know that you like them, that you might just be sending gifts to show that you care, to show that you're thinking about them. But if they don't want those gifts, if they have asked you to stop, if they have shown you they're not interested, and you're still sending these gifts, you might be a stalker.
Ooh, so wait, so what if they now publicly let not just you but everybody know they don't want your gifts? You still sending the gifts?
If you're a stalker, you yeah. I mean, I've heard a lot of times For me, it's from the men. When they're interested in a woman, they might send her flowers. They might send her lunch to her job. They might send things to show in their mind. Let me tell her. Let me show her I'm thinking about her. Let me show her I care about her. Let me show her I got money. And they might send
really
some gifts.
And when they do that, they really ain't got no money. We actually had someone submit to us a famous person who is actually experiencing stalking Shakira.
Yes.
And someone said, oh, figures, she's pretty, she's beautiful, of course she has a stalker. But I mean, when you're this famous, do you really want to have that concern now?
No.
That someone is stalking you?
It's like victim blaming. Nor should you be saying, oh, she's pretty, she's famous.
I didn't even look at it like that. I didn't think of it like that. Wow. The stalker actually had to confront the judge. Did you see that video?
I did.
Let's play that video real quick, please.
This is concerning to the court as well. I'm going to agree with the state. I'm going to set a $50,000 bond in this case. I'm going to sign a stay away order as well that says, Daniel, you may have no contact with the alleged victim in this case, Shakira Ripoll, that you can't talk to her, you can't have anybody else talk to her on your behalf, you can't contact her through social media. There will be absolutely no contact with this individual at any time, except for required court appearances. Do you understand?
Agree. She's
Sir.
my wife. I speak to her all the time.
No, sir. No, sir. She is not your wife. She is not your wife.
Give me a minute.
I have
Could you give me a minute with Mr.
real
Reed?
concerns right now. Because this man is delusional. He's saying he's his wife, this person's wife, and that's his wife, and it's not true.
Yes, Judge, I've had a conversation with
Okay,
him.
I don't know anything about this man. I don't know anything about his background. I know very little about him other than what I read in this police report. And then I have a man, the same man in court, making comments to me that suggests he believes that he has a right to be with this person, and that is absolutely not true. And he doesn't have a right to be with this person, and I'm not going to put up with it. I'm concerned that the $50,000 bond amount that the state has requested may not be sufficient to protect this community, and in particular this victim, from his continued advances. And that's something I'm not going to put up with under any circumstances. I'm going to increase this bond because I feel that I have to. I'm going to double it to $100,000 with a stay away order. You cannot use indirect means to contact these people either, such as emailing, texting, Facebook messages, or Twitter contact. They are completely off limits to you, sir.
Okay, so y'all gonna have to make sure y'all Google this so that y'all can see the rest of this video. Do you think that's what the judge should have done? Like that's the type of sentence he should have given?
I don't know. I'm on the fence. On the fence. I feel like this man is clearly delusional. He is clearly not mentally all in there.
Right.
You know, I don't know the technical term or the political term, but he really believes that Shakira is his wife.
When he said that, I was like, what do you mean? He's like, I don't agree. I don't agree. I speak to her all the time. That's my wife. Do we have the picture of the stalker? Okay, so this is a 56-year-old man. And the first thing I thought of, now 56 isn't old, but it's too old to be talking about somebody your wife when they're not. How did you get to the point where this now become even your friend, let alone your wife? Right. And I was like, you know what? People have been putting mental illness on a lot. This is clearly a case of mental illness, that he is just gone. What was his name again? Do you remember his name? The last name, something with a V.
Mr. Shakira.
According to him, that's his name. But we definitely gonna be praying for him because this is something extremely serious. And now that we've clearly seen a case where this is obviously mental illness, we definitely have to make sure that.
And just to give a little background, he went as far as showing up at Shakira's house. Don't know how he got this information, her personal address. He was sending her flowers, sending her chocolate. He knew personal information as far as her family's names and addresses. Who knows how this man figured out this stuff? But stalking was on another level.
And here we can't send pray for them gifts that easily because all the celebrities' addresses and justifiably are on lock. Ooh, but we definitely gonna pray for him. Now, V, I came to the set. I found these drinks here.
Yes. So
What's in your glass?
have our yellow sparkly mojitos, mocktail mojitos.
She said mock.
Yes,
That
let's
means
get that
that
clear. There's
right.
no
No
alcohol in these
in
cups. Now they are yellow and sparkly to bring awareness to January, which is Stalker Awareness Month.
And after doing some research, we did come across Miss Peggy Klink, where unfortunately back in 2003, she was murdered by her stalker, who was her boyfriend. Wasn't even her ex-boyfriend. Wasn't her ex-boyfriend. Oh, it was her boyfriend. And her sister started this foundation. Mm-hmm. So it's hashtag Sparkle Against Stalking. Stalking is downplayed a whole lot. So we have to make sure that we're doing our part and bringing a lot more awareness to it. We're going to come back to V a little later on so she can give us a few more examples of stalking. She said we like to brush things off, not realize, oh wait, this is actually classified as stalking. Or God says, if you're doing this, if you're saying this, or if you're not doing or saying this, then this is how you're being looked at. So we definitely gotta,
Now it's sparkly, and the sister said it's because her sister who passed due to the stalker had a sparkling personality. Mm-hmm. And she said that, as time went on and she was being stalked, she was being threatened, her sparkle began to dim. So that's where this sparkling came from. Yellow is because that's the color of Stalker Awareness Month. If you are doing things that can be considered stalking, or if you have someone who is doing things that can be considered stalking, you want to get help immediately. Do not brush it off. Do not play it down. Get help.
Real help at that. Now, millennial. We're millennials.
We're millennials.
And we're Christian millennials.
Yes.
So there's a lot that God is teaching us to make sure we get rid of. Get it out of here. Cut it out. Whether it's our speech, whether it's our habits, whatever it is, we have to make sure we get rid of that. And I came across, when are we going to grow as people, y'all? I was on Facebook the other night, minding my business, eating my Chex Mix, and I came across this very disturbing Facebook video, and we have to make sure we get rid of this ASAP. They get certificates at the end.
Wow.
V.
Wow.
I saw this and said, what in the I ain't got a daddy at home is going on here?
I'm literally speaking.
Did you see the baby?
The baby.
Who barely had arms to even try to climb up the pole.
Who? What?
I bet you most of the mothers are millennials.
I wouldn't be surprised.
I bet you most of
that
them
is
are
crazy.
millennials.
Who came up with the bright idea of a mommy and me strip class?
Pole dancing class. I had to go back to the Lord and ask the Lord, because I took a pole dancing class in my former life before I gave my life to the Lord.
But were you fine?
And no, and that's what I'm saying. I'm okay. I'm a Christian, and And it is a great workout because, listen, after taking the class, I have a newfound respect for strippers. I don't care if all you can do is do a little twirl. I have a newfound respect for you. But there is no way. I have a 9-year-old niece. There is no way I can even see her swinging around a tree stump and be okay with this. What does God say about this? So I pulled up some verses on stripping.
Wow.
And one stood out. And it was like, wow, God, because this is like a staple verse for me. It is Romans 12:2 in the Amplified version, which reads, "And do not be conformed to this world any longer with its superficial values and customs, but be transformed and progressively changed as you mature spiritually by the renewing of your mind, focusing on godly values and ethical attitudes, so that you may prove for yourselves what the will of God is, that which is good and acceptable and perfect in his plan and purpose for you." What are you stepping out of when you are now passing this down to the generations? That baby look like she just started walking. Get rid of it. Get rid of the mommy and me pole dancing classes. It is not cute at all.
What do you expect to come out of this? Why? Now, if I took my child to a cooking class, I would expect for my child to be a great cook. If I took my child to gymnastics, I would expect for them to win some medals. What are you expecting your child to get out of a pole dancing class?
But you don't want to take him to church now. You don't want to take him to Jesus. But you'll take him to a pole dancing class and then get mad if a little boy comes out his face and says something derogatory or disrespectful. You'll be ready to fight. Well, who should be ready to fight you? Get rid of that. What do you have, B? Because you're talking about this morning. You make me mad. I wonder why we trying to mock.
That was crazy. Even the boys.
When I saw that, I was like, y'all better get with these mocktails. See, when you drink the liquor, you end up there.
I actually had a video regarding the children as well.
Oh.
Surprisingly.
Oh, so I guess it's get rid of the stuff with the kids. Like, okay.
Yes.
Challenge. They even implemented a few of the dance moves from the challenge on there.
Yes. And somebody had to approve this. They didn't get up there and just start dancing. This wasn't somebody recording.
I can guarantee you, don't nothing go on in a Sunday church and a pastor don't know about it.
And the cheering them on, that is disgusting.
First of all, once I saw them with the t-shirts and the sneakers, because that's not praise dance attire.
No.
Google praise dance attire. It is the complete opposite of that.
Now, this is one thing if you did this in school, at home, at a party, they in the church. So we found the verse. What does God say? We're going to go over Proverbs 22:6. That says, "Train up a child in the way that they should go, and when he is old, he will not depart from it." You are teaching your children to disrespect God. That is very disrespectful. Doing these TikTok dances with this TikTok song, there is no respect being given to God, let alone the pastor and the congregation.
Well, excuse me. The pastor, did I say the pastor approved this?
I know.
So who cares about respect for the pastor? Because let me tell you something. The video wouldn't have, you would have saw the pastor come in and just start swinging, smacking. Because this is a black church, which means everybody raising everybody's kids, okay? So once Harmony's mother started recording and the beat dropped, because first of all, the pastor would be like, what, the sneakers. The tie would have been the first sign. Get rid of this. And see, this is what people don't understand, especially millennials. A lot of the millennials believe that, oh, I'm in God, I can still do trap music. There is a level of elevation that Jesus brings to you when you say yes to him. And it means getting rid of stuff like this.
Let's just hope in the future they're able to look at this and be like, what were we thinking? Let's hope the conviction is turned up.
Yes.
Oh, he got to do better.
I don't know what she
Flirting with the people and everything.
He got cool. The hairstylist don't like him no way, so we good. The petition has already been signed. We're actually surprisingly already at our sign-off moment. And I mean, I really enjoyed this. A little disturbed. Because I don't want to have my child or my niece or somebody else's child in there. And you can't even, you don't even know how to I won't say shout. How to root your child on properly in a church setting.
Right.
That ain't no church setting rooting your child on.
Right.
Oh, you in there like, yes, go ahead, Harmony, go ahead. There was no do it for Jesus, because Harmony wasn't in there dancing for Jesus. We gotta learn some calls to say out when we're rooting people. How would you root your child on in church, G?
I would just clap, maybe. In church, I wouldn't be very loud. I wouldn't be doing too much. I would just clap. I would give them all the praise. Like, after everything is done, I would go to them on afterwards and be like, you did a great job. You killed it, blah, blah, blah. But I wouldn't be shouting like that in the church.
I'd be shouting. But I'd be shouting, and you know that me and my baby are following the Lord. I done been a performer all my life, so I know the regular shouts. I know the loud parents. I know the parents that just sit there and don't even clap. And it's like, why are you here? But we have to make sure that we're getting rid of all of these things. With all due respect, V,
With
we gotta get
all
this together.
due respect, get your kids right. They are all ready too grown for their age. And I work with kids. And I work with little kids. And they are way too advanced. I had a 2-year-old in my class the other day with Legos building a gun. What does a 2-year-old know about
What
a gun?
part was the trigger?
He had, girl, the 4 Legos stacked up, then the long one going this way. Pew, 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 pew. 2. A fresh 2 at that. Just turned 2. Shooting a gun. Kids are too advanced already.
With the drive-by.
They don't need y'all dragging them along to a mommy and me pole dancing class. They don't need y'all hyping them up for TikTok dances and challenges in the church. They need you to set better examples. So with all due respect, stop treating your children like your friends and raise your children properly. Now what you got, Shontyce?
With all due respect, make some friends. Cause see, stalkers, they don't have friends. When you let Jesus teach you how to be a friend, he's gonna make sure he sends you other people he's teaching how to not only be a friend, but your friend.
Yeah.
And because you wanna sit and be all emotional, now you start stalking other people.
Mm-hmm.
Cut it out. Get rid of it. Go to church. Get with other like-minded people. Join in AA for the Stalkers. Stalkers Anonymous. I don't know what groups they got for it, but I'm sure they got something. And really sit, like all jokes aside, really sit and really learn what it means to be around others. Get some social skills. You ain't gotta worry about being around people who don't want to be around you. In the name of Jesus.
In the name of Jesus.
We want to thank you guys so much for joining us tonight.
This was definitely fun.
No, it was. Wait a minute, look at our producer. What you doing,
Yeah,
producer?
real quick, we want to shout out
A Closer Walk Christian talk show.
You can see us at the Sitter Awards doing our thing. You can watch Pastor Steph do the Sunday night prayers,
Yes.
to blog, talk, and catch It's Due Time with Pastor Steph, Monday through Friday, 7 to 9 a.m.
Eastern Standard Time.
Yes, subscribe.
Yes.
Subscribe for sure so you don't miss anything. We are going to do a quick toast just to celebrate what God has done tonight. Our premiere episode of With All Due Respect with Shontyce and V. Again, shout out to our producer,
Yes,
Teresa,
Bill.
shout out to
Our set designer.
logo and set designer,
Yes.
SM Designs. He's also behind the camera.
Yes, as
The
our tech
real
designer.
SM
Yes.
Designs on Instagram. Look him up. Just bear with us.
I'm sorry, listen. We love Jesus, but sometimes we get a little hungry. Amen. Let's give a special shout out to our other producer, Anika McPhail.
Yes, behind the scenes,
Yes.
we got little one Mariah
Yes,
in the back
yes.
with the behind the scenes photos and videos.
Yes, let's show them what the 9-year-olds are supposed to be doing. Come
Yes,
here, come here.
yes.
So wait, so did you see the pole dancing video? What did you think? And why do you think they were crazy?
Because they're kids.
They were kids, right? Oh. Would you be there? If I said, Mariah, come on, we going. What would you say?
I go.
She said, say it again so they can hear you. What would you
I
say?
said that I whoop her.
Okay, thank you.
And that's how it should be. Train up your child the way that they should go.
Yes. We got Pastor Steph in our audience. Pastor Steph.
Presenter of the show, God gave her the idea. She brought it to us and allowed us to be a part of this amazing experience.
Yes.
If it weren't for her, there would be no With All Due Respect with Shontyce and V.
Get on up here, Pastor Steph. You get the signature. Come on. Well, you gotta come stand behind here with us, Pastor. And this is my mommy, by the way.
Well, congratulations, you ladies did a fantastic
Thank you.
job. Didn't they do a fantastic job? And it's wonderful to see the growth
Thank you.
and the fact that, you know, God knew that he could entrust you with a show of your own. This was fantastic. This was
Thank you.
fantastic.
That means so much.
Yes. Because she's not just saying that because she's on camera, y'all. Okay, because you would have saw the sour face. I probably would have been sitting here drinking all this like it had alcohol in it. Like, oh, we gonna get it once we end this. Oh, wait, I'm so sorry. Before we leave, we cannot leave without directly thanking our other sponsor, X Blends, presented by Jamal. He is a nutritionist. He is so knowledgeable. Again, someone else who is not afraid to entrust us with his products to assist him with promoting it. If you like to drink your healthy drink on the go, if you're like me and the only way you're going to drink something healthy is if it comes in something like this, make sure you go to X Blends on Instagram. With all due respect, sent you, buy your blender. It is so useful.
We definitely appreciate each and every one of y'all.
Yes, we do.
Good job, Shontyce.
Good job.
Cheers to With All Due Respect with Shontyce and V. Let's raise your glass. Let's raise our glass and say with all due respect. With all due respect.
Good night.
Thank you.